Hello! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hey, V, how's it going? Long time no see. Welcome, Help Desk. Woo! Man, everyone's coming in really quickly today. Nice! I think that's an Academy record. So, we're starting. Oh, man, my chair is so creaky. Do you hear how creaky this thing is? Oh, jeez. Hopefully that won't ruin anything, will it? Probably not. It'll probably just ruin my life. But we're starting off this stream with finishing off what we started last week, which was a fibrous diet. Because I can't wait. It's just so good. And then after that we get to see oh man, will I be able to finish fibrous diet to this stream? Tune in right now. It goes good. It goes really good, V. Like I said, long week. It's been a long week because work takes just ages to do and whatnot. But hey, finally, all set for this stream, and it's gonna be fantastic. I may or may not, after I'm finished with this, forego my usual just jumping on the next chapter and just having right at it. I might actually change things up a little bit. Crazy, I know. uh, I I may do some art stuff. Maybe. Me and Ty should totally do like an art stream. Oh wait, going to New Year's. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Anyway, shall we get started with the video? Uh, the recording, which will take me about a month to edit because I cannot be asked to do some editing for listening for me going for like an hour. Seriously, that's the reason why it takes these things so long for me to put out, because it takes me an hour to edit like these really short chapters because it's just me breathing and me listening to me breathing. It's so boring. This is why I like the live streams a lot better, because I get to just talk with people, and then I get to make funny voices I get to make funny voices that may or may not entertain people. It's like perfect. As if I didn't have to edit, it'd be like it'd just be like Nirvana. And no promises for me this week to maybe get the next chapter out, finished and edited. I'll try. I'll definitely try. I will make an attempt. That's all I can promise you guys. Oh man, we got a lot of people in. Although we only have two people talking right now. Who's all listening in on here right now? Show yourselves. I want to see all the beautiful people that have decided to join me this evening. Or morning, depending on where you are right now. Because time zones are fun. Thank you to everyone watching the stream. Let us see where I left off last, so I can see where I begin. And I was deposited face first into the mud. There we go. Time zones are not fun. They are, though. They are so much fun to deal with. Why do you think I stream so early? It's early for me. It's late for you guys. I think a lot of people would disagree with you, because personally, I personally enjoy a good mountain time zone. But to each their own. Although, if you watch a lot of streamers, they're mostly handling stuff in Pacific time. So, for most people, Pacific time's the canon time zone. How about that? And then Central, no one cares about Central Time Zone. Yeah, no one lives in Central Time Zone. It's the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I cannot tell. I cannot tell a lie, and that is the truth. To say that I am lying, Desk, is like saying that this sentence is false. That's the predicament you're putting me in right now. Hey Ty, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I knew I could bring some people out of the woodwork with that. Ah. No, I calm the torches and pitchforks. Central does exist. It's just no one lives out there. Or if they do, it's for the great Wi-Fi, right? The Google Fiber and whatnot. Oh, man. How did that not show in Yahoo, but it did in your chat? I don't know. Did you really mean say Yahoo, or did you mean to say YouTube? Because what I am doing here is using an ancient secret program known as Streamlabs that will not filter out my own chat. So, there we have it. Oh man, Drake, you're drunk? Oh man, that makes me feel out of the loop because we should be drunk together. Yes, ancient sorcerer's magic. I have managed to reach into Equestria and take some magic back with me. Didn't steal it. I just borrowed it for a time. But, we have some people not being drunk in this chat. This is unacceptable. We must all be drunk because if we're... So that way, I may be funny. Yes, equi, I swear I'm not drunk. Nox comes at it again. Oh no. I just looked into the art chat. Pinky finding coffee is truly a terrifying thing. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. But nah, we'll just see how drunk you are. Because we just need to find out who is the master. If we can answer who is that, then we can see who truly is sober. Personally, if we have to go for a master, I would say Apple Jack. Oh, so many. Only like 2 of you are going to get this. Oh man. All right, let us see if I can start this stream off well and truly good. Ah, my chair is making a. Why is my chair creaking so much? I think I might need to get a new chair soon because this one just creaks way too much. I can't record in this chair anymore. Hear how much it squeaks. Oh jeez. Yeah, that is not a good sign of a good recording chair unless I sit absolutely still, which for me is impossible, because I need to act out, need to get crazy. Oh gosh! Almost fell over. Alright, I'm fine. That almost turned bad. That almost turned bad. Alright. Let me try starting this once again. Let us go into the world of Changeling of the Guard. Ugh. I can't. I don't know what it is about that title that I just cannot say it without just without a crack in my voice. Changeling of the Guard, written by V Drake 77. Oh, why is it so hard to say? I can only do it if I'm like doing Changeling of the Guard, written by V Drake 77. Although then that's Topaz taking over the chapter, which I don't know, might happen in a future chapter. Wink, wink. I had never been happier to feel soil in my mouth or nostrils. It was an enlightening experience. I also swore never to be a Pegasus for any reason. Sorry. Oh gosh, Shining? Where's your voice? Sorry, dude. Is this Shining? Sorry. Shining mumbled, sinking slowly in from his position on my... Shining mumbled, sinking slowly in from his position on his back. I staggered to my hooves. It is nothing. We are alive. It is nothing. We are alive. That might be the worst news I've ever heard, he groaned, shifting and trying to right himself with little success. Help. Help. Help me. Help. No, that's help. 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 Help me, Mr. Idle. I don't know why. Why does like just the most random things just catch me off guard? And it's the stuff I'm doing, not even the story. Help. Help. There we go. Help. I wrapped a forehoof around his own flailing one and pulled him free with a sucking sound. We were both absolutely covered. He looked around. Celestia, where are we? Oh no, he's got the southern bug. Not the southern bug. Celestia, where are we? No! That's not his voice! That might be the worst news. Oh gosh, I can't even do his regular voice. Dude! Bruh! Celestia, where are we? Or would it be Sweet Celeste? Sweet Celestia, where are we? No. 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 I am not going southern again on Shining. He's not going to be straddling the line between southern and some other accent that I'm doing, like Bold is. Let us. Hold on, I need to get into my Shining voice. Oh, absolutely. More dude bro than southern. Inappropriately southern chord in addition to the typo count. I think that'll make V too happy though. To have a number going up other than his own typo count, it'd make him way too happy. Sweet Celestia, where are we? Sweet Celestia, where are we? And where's my iced tea? Oh gosh, I can never escape from the Southern. Celestia, where are we? Celestia, where are we? It's Southern! No! That might be the worst news I've ever heard. Why is it that his specific range, his specific tone of voice lends itself more to Southern than anything else in my than anything else in my range? 'Cause doing this, the dude bra voice, doing a dude bra voice and then talking sounds more like Southern. Oh gosh, it's still happening. A unique counter for Nox compared to V's typo. Although, what will we count? My most popular thing is I accidentally go Southern half the time. What would be against the Southern typo counter? The Southern counter. I don't know. We have to get more. What's it called? We have to get more names for typos. Or not typos. I mean, we could get some more typos in here. V, how do you feel about getting more typos up in here? The inappropriate voice counter. Oh, man. I might have to implement the Southern counter next stream, just because it's a pain to mess with my stream setup. Because I tried. I did try to do a little something for this stream in particular. I don't know how well it will work out, but we shall see. Because, like, I may or may not do some art this stream. Accent counter. Yep, accent counter, inappropriate voice counter, Southern counter. It'll just go all over the place. But see, look, I got a whole thing over here. But it took me like a half hour to set this one up, so I think I'm going to stick with my regular setup for the time being. But let's see. Help. Celestia, where are we? I think I can... Is Shining going to go from scratchy voice to just a breathy voice? Just, where... Celestia, where are we? We're totally lost, aren't we? He's just going to be slightly above idle and just be like, we're totally lost. Oh, no. Only a few minutes in and I cannot keep my voices straight. Celestia, where are we? That's still Southern. It might just have to stick. It just might have to stick because he cannot escape from the Southern. Celestia, where are we? Where are we? Celestia, where are we? I think it's just the wording too. I don't know. It's just, like, no offense to V, but those words right there, coupled with his voice, just makes it sound instantly Southern. Or it's just. Are you purposely putting in Southern sounding word things so I just cannot help but put Southern stuff everywhere? Judging from my extensive knowledge of the geography, Everfree Forest, we're totally lost. Like, we're totally lost, aren't we, dude? Like, he's also probably miserable. That's true. So shall I throw it? Celestia, where are we? Celestia, where are we? It still sounds southern. I want to try and do it without being southern. Celestia, where are we? Celestia, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Just doesn't. The more that the more I read the sentence, the less it makes sense. Is this a thing? Is this a thing that happens? It's like when you say a word over and over again, then it stops sounding like a word. This sentence, I'm reading it over and over again, it's sounding less like a sentence. For example, one of those words you can say over and over again will just stop sounding like a word is quadrant. Saying quadrant often enough will make it stop sounding like a word and makes it sound like you are the tiniest bit insane. Just only slightly. But like, I am crazy. Thanks, desk. I know I could always count on your help. But is that a grammatically correct sentence? Just for the sake of my own sanity, I want to know. Where are we? Like, I don't know. I guess I've never heard this out in the wild before, so I've never had to experience this. Where are we? Where are we? Celestia, where are we? Judging from my extensive knowledge of geography, Everfree Forest, I reminded him sourly. We're totally lost, aren't we? Unquestionably. I began slogging through the knee-deep mud, and Shining trailed after me. The others? Oh, the others? There we go. That's Idle's voice right there. I really wish I could do, like, highlights here so I could tell which character is going where. Even Idle is irritated by their situation. Oh no! I scrolled! Hold on, get back. Oh no. Hold on. I wanted to scroll on the thing. Where are we? Okay. Boop. I'm totally fine to be. Even I was irritated by their situation. I love that. I love that thing. Judging from my extensive knowledge of geography, Everfree Forest. Everfree Forest. How do I make it sound more sarcastic? And no, I'm not being sarcastic. Before that, I kind of wanted to be like, the way I was like reading that line was more like, he's like, well, let's see, from the dirt on the ground to the specific leaf type, I know exactly where we are. The Everfree Forest. Where do you think we are? Just completely just like deadpan and irritated. Oh man. That because I met a lot of people who are just like, you ask them an obvious question like that and they're like, "Oh, well, let's see how we can help you with it. It is this item that you're looking for right here." Just let's see if I can do it justice. Judging from my extensive knowledge of geography, the Everfree Forest. Let's hear how it sounds. Judging from my extensive knowledge of geography, The Everfree Forest. Yay! Oh, man. I don't know. Does that sound like he's getting snappy at Shining? I don't know. The Everfree Forest, like, it's just Everfree Forest. Maybe that last little bit sounded too. Oh, there we go. Yes, there we go. I was about to re-record that, but like that sounded too snappy. We're totally lost, aren't? I don't know why, but what thought just popped into my head is that Idol's just like one of those overly dramatic action heroes. We have to stop the bomb in 3 minutes, or else the entire city will be destroyed. I can't believe I accidentally gave him a really dramatic character voice. Idol Reeves. Oh. Whoa. Oh, man. Yes. Yes, all the yes in the chat right now. The changelings are coming. Yeah. Yeah! Oh, man. Facing off against some Timberwolves, I suggest we split. Yeah! the sunglass pull off or something like that. Oh, man. Oh, man, I love how this whole thing is going. We're totally lost, aren't we? I am not the one, am I? Sorry, kid. Was that my vote take on the Oracle? Just sorry, kid. You're not cut out for the you're not cut out for the one bit. Oh gosh. We're totally lost, aren't we? We're totally lost, aren't we? Unquestionably. 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 I began slogging through the knee-deep mud, and Shining trailed after me. The others? Only had time to put a shield around you and me. I hope they're okay. Let's... I think this is Shining's new voice. Only had time to put a shield around you and me. I hope they're okay. Yeah! Yeah! It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. We had only gotten no further than the edge of the mud when he sat down heavily. We had gotten no further than the edge of the mud when he sat down heavily. Holy buck, Katie's going to kill me, and then she's going to break up with me. On the positive side, you'll be dead, I offered. Oh, Idol has a contraction! Yeah! On the positive side, you will be dead. On the positive side, you will be dead, I offered. You won't feel a thing. I chose not to wonder what she was going to break, or why this pony would break anything after his death. Beyond that, Katie may not have... I'm going to argue that this showing Idol is upset. uh, but we already agreed in like my you wrote the contraction, you are not allowed to argue. We did agree, V. We did agree around the 4th or 5th live stream that anytime Idol has a contraction in his thoughts or in his speaking tone before the 10-year jump, then it counts as a typo. We've established this lore, and we must keep up with it no matter what. And plus, as shows in an earlier chapter, in some of the most recent chapters, when he gets upset, he falls into more archaic language. No, he doesn't fall into more modern linguistics. So even if you did argue that, then your argument is invalidated by your current chapters. And I call that a win. Yeah! Anything after his death. Beyond that, Katie may not have the chance to do either. We are still here. Another typo! It's like Christmas. But you didn't establish this in the story with him getting upset at someone else and mirroring their speaking patterns. So, or if you did, you didn't make it obvious enough that we would able to pick up on it, or you didn't explain it in the author's note. So it's still a point against you. Nope, we already counted 3 typos, and 3 typos it shall remain. Yeah, all who agree with me, put a thumbs up. All who agrees with me, put a yay. A snort escaped him, and he pushed back his hair, forcing a smile he didn't feel. A snort escaped him, and he pushed back his hair, forcing a smile he did not feel. A snort escaped him, and he pushed back his hair, forcing a smile he did not feel. Right, other problems right now. He looked up the cliff face. We aren't climbing that. We need a clearing, somewhere to set a fire, get some pony to find us, so I guess we head back? He pulled a sheaf of crumpled parchment from his saddlebag and a stick of something. He pulled a sheaf of crumpled parchment from his saddlebag and a stick of something from the side pouch. He pulled a sheaf of crumpled parchment from his saddlebags and a stick of something from a side pouch. To my interest, he very soon had a passable sketch of our surroundings, were they to be viewed from above. On another, he sketched something I could only vaguely recognize, which he then informed me was the trail we had followed to find the outpost. I was respectfully impressed. We had followed. Already 5 typos. It's so beautiful. We're only 35 minutes in. This is going to be such a great stream. So, what we need to do is determine where here is in relation to there. After a moment, he drew a very straight line from the outpost. Our probable flight path, I think. A few hundred yards in the air, but we slid over the treetops for a while after that, and with the hills and the water... He sketched again, this time perpendicular to the first line. We'll have to follow the water upstream, try to find where we fell, and then climb back up if we can. After that, due west. If we're lucky, we can make it back by nightfall. If not... He rolled up the map. Ready? Pouting hard. Don't worry, V. You're not going to be alone in the typo counter next week. Next week you'll have an accent counter that I will be participating in, so you won't feel so alone. I did not relish the idea of marching back towards predators, but the idea of traveling deeper, possibly deeper, I realized with dismay, into the forest held no greater appeal. Lead on, Armor. It was slow going. On one side of the river, or the other would be impassable, and we would have to travel back to safer crossing. I could have left my pony form, but with my injuries, I doubted flight was wise. There was enough trouble without those questions. Shining and I attempted to eat what little rations we had, but decided we would have to do a bit of grazing of our own to supplement our diet. I found a pair of the brightly colored parasprites and felt no remorse at their fate. They were actually quite to my liking, in fact. I wondered if it would be possible to collect them for later consumption. Dusk was falling as Shining and I completed our ascent to the position where we believed the second part of our journey had begun. Disappointingly, the parasprite that had so helpfully taught Shining of his ability to create a life raft was nowhere to be seen. Still, our mood brightened as we found a rock formation that would enable us to shelter from the night, hopefully only one entrance to guard. Hopefully with only one entrance to guard. Finding a guard chest plate covered in blood and sap did not, however, inspire confidence in our newly discovered stronghold. The first set of eyes appeared shortly thereafter, the monstrous wolf slinking through trees, only moderately larger than itself, growling and the musty earth. Finding a guard chest plate covered in blood and sap did not, however, inspire confidence in our new discovered... Finding a guard chest plate covered in blood and sap did not, however, inspire confidence in our newly discovered stronghold. The first set of eyes appeared shortly thereafter, the monstrous wolf slinking through trees only moderately larger than itself, growled, and the musty, earthy scent of the cave took on a new, hideous meaning. We had not found shelter, we had found a den. Yay! And now with there's something with Mary. Oh man, that guard chest plate makes even more sense. And it's so good. Ah. Yeah. It's so good. By the way, V, how is the next chapter of There's Something Wrong with Mary? There's something wrong with... how's the next chapter of that coming along? It's a very intriguing read. There's something about Mary. There's something-ish. There's something Mary. Something. Yeah, you set up an intriguing premise, one that I actually thought about for ages, but I could never write into words because I cannot write to save my life. But I always did have the idea that getting bitten by a timber wolf on a like for me for like the story that I would create if I could write was getting bitten by a timber wolf at like midnight uh, during a full moon, and then you're like either you turn into a timber wolf uh, every time the moon is full, so just so a werewolf kind of deal, or like something along those lines. And I always wanted to write it, but I could never do it because I don't have the skills to do it. It's difficult for him because he needs me to help write Zakora's dialogue. Well, you can always ask me. I may just spout out random poetry from time to time. Who knows? And what's your take on Zakora's rhyming, anyways? Because I've seen several fan ideas about why Zakora speaks in rhymes, and they either tend to boil down to to like 2 or 3 things. One, that it's cultural, and that all zebras just happen to talk in rhyme. For what reason, we don't know. 2, she's cursed to rhyme, which is a fascinating idea of like, in order to live, you have to keep on rhyming. If you don't rhyme, then you'll soon die. Or you're just forced to rhyme for the rest of your life. Or 3, she specifically rhymes in order to pretty much just help her think out words a lot better before just basically speaking without thinking. It's just kind of like a learned discipline. It's a brain injury that everyone else is too polite to bring up. Also, who else is so sad that they never showed another zebra in the entire show? Like, oh my gosh, I wanted more zebras. I wanted to see how a male zebra stacked up against with female zebras. I wanted zebras. And I'm totally not exaggerating my emotions here for comedic effect. Zakora actually lives with 6 identical sisters. Seeing if anyone catches them. That's what Zakora meant when she told Twilight use the forget tricks and use the 6 or something like that. Yeah, she was actively hinting, yes, I have 6 sisters. You can use them. And then Twilight completely ignored it. Man, for someone so learned, she can really miss some most obvious stuff, doesn't she? But what more can we expect from the royal messaging service, am I right? The den was not deep. The sheer amount of bones deeper within attested to our foolishness. The beast snarled, slashing again at Shining Shield. The scores vanished in an instant, but the cost to my companion was great. Every blow staggered him, and I could see that the time between the beast testing his defense was growing shorter even as he... That's... Royal Messenger is best messenger. And don't let anyone forget about it! Oh man, wouldn't it be hilarious if Twilight still did the same thing and she became Ponyville's messaging service? Rhyme turrets, yeah. Rhyming turrets. Royal Messenger, and she just does the same thing around Ponyville, and no one is, and everyone's just too polite to for Twilight, and that's why she can read with the book in front of her eyes, and everyone just kind of guides her around, and she's just part of the mail service in Ponyville. Oh man, wouldn't that be a chapter to explore? The den was not deep. The sheer amount of bones deeper within attested to her foolishness. The beast snarled, slashing again at Shining's shield. The scores vanished in an instant, but the cost to my companion was great. Every blow staggered him, and I could see that the time between the beast's testing his defense was growing shorter, even as his need to recover grew. Defense was proving inadequate to our survival. Once Shining's shield faltered, it was only a burst of my own magic that startled the beast into halting, though did little more than cut a shallow groove into it. I think, Shining groaned, you're going to have to hit it harder. Split it, maybe. He nodded grimly. Try right in the head. I nodded, drawing energy for the attack, pulling at the behemoth's own fury to power the attack. It took minutes for Shining to upkeep the shield and distract the creature. When I finally told him to drop his defense, it sprang for us, and this time I was ready. The blast of magic sent me tumbling backwards, but Shining's cheer told me that we had been successful. Blinking spots from my eyes, I beheld a glorious sight. I had splintered the beast's head, and it lay in a heap, limbs tossed about by the force of the blow. I may have preened a little. One does not fell such a creature without a bit of pride. Shining's whoop and clapping a hoof on my back incurred. I almost made it. I almost made it all the way through. Shining's whoop and clapping a hoof on my back in congratulations was one of the finest sharings of emotions I had ever felt. It was incredibly unfair, I think, that the beast did not have the decency to actually be dead. The whisper of wind became a rustling of leaves, branches dragging together became a clattering as they reattached, and a horrible mossy lump of something levitated into the torso as It was incredibly unfair, I think, that the beast did not have the decency to actually be dead. The whisper of wind became a rustling of leaves. Branches dragging together became a clattering as they reattached, and a horrible mossy lump of something levitated into the torso as baleful eyes again lit within, snarling. A newly scarred skull. Ugh. This week in Good Names for Rock Bands, Horrible Mossy Lump. Yeah, I could totally see it. It would be definitely fitting. It was incredibly unfair, I think, that the beast did not have the decency to actually be dead. It was incredibly unfair, I think, that the beast did not have the decency to actually be dead. The whisper of wind became a rustling of leaves. Branches, dragging together, became a clattering as they reattached. And, I almost made it. It was incredibly unfair, I think, that the beast did not have the decency to actually be dead. The whisper of wind became a rustling of leaves. Branches dragging together became a clattering as they reattached, and a horrible mossy lump of something levitated into the torso as baleful eyes again lit within a snarling, newly scarred skull, and the nightmare began anew. Renewed terror kept Shining Shield strong at first. Now, what the hey are we to do now? What the hey do we do now? Knight, what the hey do we do now? Fire, I offered, remembering our training. We're covered in mud, it's wet here, and you don't set things on fire in the Everfree. If there's a search party, they might get caught in it. Resignation began to flavor his words as his shield began to crack. How many more of those do you have in you? Can we make a run for it? Ah, I did a rough estimate. 2, no more than 3. I considered. It has been an honor. Oh, shut up! We're not dying here! Not like this! I am not dying to an angry piece of rotten kindling! The wolf snarled and scrabbed at... The wolf snarled and scrabbled at the shield. We build houses out... Sorry. I completely forgot that was in there. Oh, jeez. Oh man, the least terrifying battle cry. We build houses out of you. We build... Oh man, I have to try and make Shining shout, we build houses out of you, and try and still make it sound serious. Oh man. Let's see. Here we go. We build houses out of you. Sorry, I lost it. It's just too good. It's just too funny. Kama, welcome to the stream. Oh man. Oh man. You almost missed it. Now you're going to be here front and center for me trying to yell we build houses out of you in a most serious manner, almost like unto a battle cry. Me trying to shout we build houses out of you is the thing that you walked into. Oh man. You're hearing echoes again? Am I echoey for anyone else? Or is it just like the same thing that happened last week? Is it like desyncing for you? Yeah, I think it might just be your internet connection, which sucks. Oh gosh. I think it might just be your internet, comma. Because I've watched other people's streams, and the only time it happened on my end where someone was echoey, it was because the internet at my parents' house is garbage. Just because they live in like the middle of a dead zone, so I don't know. That might be the case. Oh man. Oh man. So you could say the fun had been doubled. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, let's see. Can I give Shining his moment of glory? Oh man. Let's see. Let us see how I can make this... We are not dying here. I am not dying to an angry piece of rotten kindling. We build houses out of you. Oh, shut up. We're not dying here. Not like this. I am not dying to an angry piece of rotten kindling. The wolf snarled and scrabbled at the shield. We build houses out of you. Oh. We build houses out of you. Shining, calm down. It is undignified. Shining, calm down. It is undignified. Did it work? Oh! Yeah, that probably would help, especially if your headphones are connected to your mic. If you're listening with headphones. If not, it might just be a feedback loop because your mic's hearing your speakers or something like that. I don't know. I've seen weirder things happen, to be honest. So, how does that battle cry do? Will that cry be enough to satisfy the masses? Shining, calm down. It is undignified. I settled myself down, taking some of his fury and adjusting it to be more useful for my own efforts. I wondered if I could set the inside of it ablaze. Sap still steamed. Oh yeah, headphones into the Blue Yeti will do it. Yep. It needs more war cry. Oh man. But how? How would I do war cry? Until you blow out your larynx. But then if I blow up my larynx, then you just won't have more chapters. Would you prefer more Changeling of the Guard goodness, including me and V getting drunk on a stream on New Year's, or would you want a battle cry? Let's see if I can do it, because the masses... I'll link you something that might help. Okay. Because I need all the help that I can get to make this sound terrifying. Let us see. I do not have anything yet. Is it in stream announcements? Because the thing is I don't want to blow out my voice, and I don't want to blow out my mic. All right, still looking for it. Let us see. Oh man, feel like just one of those wrestlers. Wednesday. See the Undertaker facing off against The Rock. Oh, yeah. That's totally what it sounds like. We build houses out of you. What are you, a Viking? All right, make sure to do it in the Discord live stream chat so I can click on it, because I cannot click on the chat that is in here. How long is this video? Oh no. Let's see how it turns out.
Okay. Just don't make a scene or anything.
What do you?
Don't make a scene.
No!
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did they like shatter a mic? Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh, oh my gosh, that was that was too good. Oh man. Oh man, that was way too good. Oh man. That sound encapsulates what exactly it sounds like to lose at Mario Party. Oh my gosh. That's so good. I can't top it, but it's okay. Oh my gosh. Let's try it. Let's see what this one has to bring. Ah! That's where that sound clip comes from. Oh my gosh! That's where that sound clip comes from. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh man. I have to put that one in too. Ah. Uh. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything because it's I couldn't show on stream. But oh my gosh. Ah. It was just audio, don't worry about it. Oh gosh. That's too good. That was I think the Mario Party has a beat, to be honest. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, 2 stars and 25 coins by round 15. Oh gosh. Oh man. I pray for your soul and your lungs. Let's see if I can do Shining Scream of Rage justice. Oh gosh. The thing is it's even harder for me to do it because I just can't yell in my own voice. And the bank took his last start. Nice. That is so good. That is so amazing. Quit and went home. Oh man. Thing is I haven't played any of the new Mario parties. I remember playing with my brothers with the classic Mario Party 64. That is the only Mario Party I've ever played. I think I did play, although I did think I played on the Wii a little bit, but I have more fond memories of the 64 version than any other Mario Party. I just love how people will just come to the live stream chat and be like, why are there just so many clips of people screaming? Oh man, the out of context clips in the live stream chat are always my favorite. Let's see, can I yell this enough that it may wake my neighbors? While still in Shining's voice, let us see. I probably should back away from the mic. Should I put it to the side of me? Will it completely ruin the effect I'm going for? Or shall I just bite the bullet and try and break my mic? I still can't get over the Mario Party scream. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Alright, right. I'm preparing myself to lose my voice. Everyone press F in the chat for my voice because of things I am about to do to it. This may end the stream right here and now. I can't stop thinking of that clip. Just peeking out the mic as everything's stolen from him. Okay. Alright. Well, it's time to see how well I can pull this one off. We build houses out of you. Alright. Here's... Okay. This is what... Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright. Oh, man. I'm nervous because I'm going to scream. And it's going to be completely fallen flat. Alright. Okay. I'm going to completely forget my lines, too, even though they're big and bold and right there in front of my face. Not die to an angry piece of wooden kindling. We build houses out of you! Oh, God. We build houses out of you! I think that might be too much because it's actually peaking my mic. Better. Is The Simpsons on? Oh, man. Oh, you like me. You really, really like me. Let's see how it... We build houses out of you! I like it. Even though it's completely peaking the mic, so it sounds pretty terrible audio quality-wise. I do like it. I do like that take. I was even leaning back so I wouldn't be yelling right into my mic. Oh, man. Ah, man. Imagine hearing that just as you're listening to this calm stream. It's nice and calm. Then, we build houses out of you! Oh, that's going to be so much fun to edit, too, because I'm just going to be like, yep, da ba da ba da, and then ears blown out. Shining, calm down. It is undignified. I settled myself down, taking some of his fury and adjusting it to be more useful for my own efforts. I wondered if I could set the insides of it ablaze. Sap still streamed down from its muzzle from the damage I'd done. Oh my gosh, what is this sentence? when I get you to do a audio read of Shattered Skies. I'm going to have to turn down my mic for that. Going to have to do all the hot-blooded attack name cries. Oh, man. Yes, I am ready to break my voice. How are you doing tonight? Hold on. I wonder, will it have the same effect if I just turn down my mic just a little bit so I'm not peeking it out beyond all rage? Let's see how this sounds now. We build houses out of you! There we go. How does that sound? We build houses out of you! Alright, now that everyone's completely surprised and cannot hear anymore. First one was better? I figured. It's always, the first take is usually the best. Yeah, I've never had White Castle. I've never had it. It's just not out here. It's just not out here west. I think it's more of like an Eastern thing. Like we have the frozen hamburgers and whatnot, but I never buy those. We build houses out of you! We build houses out of you! Okay, it's pretty much the same audio clip, but it's just a lot quieter, loses a lot of the bass. Yeah, the first one does sound a lot better. Destroying mic sensors on. Boom, boom, boom. Largest in the world. Nice. Shining, calm down. It is undignified. I settled myself down, taking some of his fury and adjusting it to be more useful for my own efforts. I wondered if I could set ablaze. Funny thing is that the first time I've heard about White Castle was in that one episode of Supernatural. You know what? If I ever visit Arizona, I'll be sure to. Right alongside all the Jack in the Boxes I'll also be visiting because they're not anywhere near me. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I think that took a lot of wind. Well, thing is that I can do this with impunity because when I record, he's usually at work. So, yeah, I just have to worry about my neighbors, which I am parked right up against their wall right now. I'll just have to soundproof this room a little bit better. I just sitting here imagining you hollering out Starlight Honeymoon Therapy Kiss with your voice. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. That just makes me want to do an anime voice, to be honest. Starlight Honeymoon Therapy Kiss! Oh gosh. Whew, I gotta take a little breather right there. Whew. I'm not gonna... Maybe, once I do Skies, maybe. I settled myself down, taking some of his fury and adjusting it to be more useful for my own efforts. I wondered if I could set the insides of it ablaze. Sap still streamed down from its muzzle from the damage I had done the first time. It was unlikely to light. Shield, please. He dropped his defense, and I smashed the creature down a second time. It took longer to rise, I decided. Whole minutes this time. If that increase held, then we would be able to run for it perhaps 5 whole minutes before it consumed the first of us, and the other would likely have that long again before they joined. When we get through this, I'm going to practice this thing until I can shield... Or I'm just yelling in my narrator voice now. I'm not even trying to go for Shinings. Gosh. Shield, please. just... When we get through this, I'm going to practice this thing until I can make a shield you could fit a castle in and hold off an army. He swore furiously. Going to have a big fireplace in a nice house, and it's going to be made out of wood. You aren't going to eat me, you overgrown shrub. Something clicked from our training. Shining, how devoutly vegan are you? Shining, how devoutly vegan are you? Shining blinked, his tirade forgotten. Exhaustion was setting in. Well, not really vegetarian. Wait. Not really. Vegetarian. Vegans don't drink milk or eat eggs, you know. He frowned. Is this really a time to be discussing my life choices? As good a time as any. It is really a matter of your viewpoint and morality. As good a time as any. Oh, gosh. Shining stared at me, then his eyes widened. I don't think I like where this is going. It is a plant, sir. It's a giant carnivorous plant, idol! Better it than us. Do you have a better plan? This is not a plan! How the... This is not a plan! How in the buck do you suggest we eat a timber wolf? In truth, I am not sure. I believe if we destroy the head or consume... I believe that large mass was the heart. It would be enough to stop it from consuming us. In truth, I am not sure. I believe if we destroy the head or consume, I believe that large mass was the heart. It would be enough. It would be enough. It would be enough. In truth, I am not sure. I believe if we destroy the head or consume, I believe that large mass with the heart. In truth, I am not sure. I believe if we destroy the head or consume, I believe that large mass was the heart. It would be enough to stop it from consuming us. I haven't watched JoJo. The 7-page mood. That sounds like it'll be pain and suffering. I'm not entirely sure that is a good idea. This is the worst idea in the history of bad ideas! Shining screamed, and the reformed beast flung itself towards us again. Shining screamed, and the reformed beast flung itself towards us again, and the shattering of Shining's shield and my final blast of magic lit the den. Do I even want to know? How long is this? Hold on. I might have to mute this or, like, put it really low so I can... Let me just turn that down. What is JoJo anyway? Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh no. Why? Oh my gosh. You know, they probably just took the one reading of Useless and just repeated that. Oh gosh. What? Oh gosh. Oh man. Why? Oh no, why? Why would he do that? Oh gosh. What was that? How many times do you want Gorin no to say Mara? Hi. Oh, nice. I can't even pronounce these names because I do not know Japanese. English dub voice actor starts sweating profusely. I just love the comments. These comments are great. Oh man. Why is there a flamboyant child looking angrily and yelling useless at a man who is wildly convulsing midair? Oh, that's so good. Like, the only thing I know about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, other than the memes coming out of it, is that it's, even though it's over, you cannot get into it still because it is just so long. Oh gosh. What is this? Oh my gosh. What is even JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? What even is this? What even is it? Like, seriously. Oh man. Like, why? Sounds like something I could probably get into, but it took a really long time for me to catch up. That's a question every JoJo fan asks at least a dozen times. That, I stated firmly, was a trial. That, I stated firmly, was a trial. I feel like a monster, Shining managed, chewing morosely. He swallowed. Because we slew a beast that had developed a taste for pony, attacked guards, and is likely the murderer of one of our own? I tried, hoping to ease his conflicted emotions. Well, no, I'm kind of okay with that. He licked his lips. I kind of want seconds. Ah, I cleaned a twig out of my own teeth. It had been not quite like meat, but of meat very. I cleaned a twig out of my own teeth. It had been not quite like meat, but a very meat-like vegetable, perhaps, with the texture of wood, I decided, but the flavor was almost right. To each his own, I suppose. We never speak of this. We never speak of this. Not, never, not ever. We never speak of this. Never, not ever, okay? You have my word, I promised easily. He extended a hoof, and I took it with a firm shake. It would be too difficult to explain regardless. Our improvised dinner had been interrupted only once. One of the smaller Timberwolves Our improvised dinner had been interrupted only once. One of the smaller Timberwolves had appeared, but kept its distance, actually crawling forward on its belly towards us until Shining grabbed a fallen limb, part of the large wolf's leg, I believe, and flung it towards it. Oh gosh. The beast fled with a yelp, and we had been left to our own devices after. It had taken a great deal of effort to start a fire, but several of the limbs of the beast had been dry, and now that it was dead, the sap seemed to leak rapidly from it, leaving wood that burned merrily. More disturbing, it had a number of other types of wood inside it. Shining came to the conclusion that, out of desperation, this one had taken to consuming its own kind. It was simply too big for the ecosystem it resided in. A shame, really. Perhaps not even the creature's own fault. Oddly, the feeling of maliciousness had lifted, and the forest felt more welcoming, almost pleased, and the rest of the night was spent in surprisingly good cheer. Yeah. Regardless, when Wispy flew overhead trailing red smoke in the early hours of the morning, we were overjoyed. At Shining's insistence, we strapped the head as a makeshift sled and began dragging the remains of the beast with us towards the outskirts of the forest and safety. The outskirts of the forest! Regardless, when Wispy flew overhead, trailing red smoke in the early hours of the morning, we were overjoyed. At Shining's insistence, we strapped the head as a makeshift sled and began dragging the remains of the beast with us towards the outskirts of the forest and our safety. To our immense shock, we were outside in less than an hour's brisk walk, beating even Wispy, though she demanded we explain how we had both lost her and beaten her back while dragging anything, let alone that. Personally, I think the forest maliciousness had been sated, or perhaps it had grown bored with us. Regardless, I was glad to be free of it. Whew. Oh no. Our companions had been largely ignored by the beasts, who had all been immediately entranced by the flying pink orb that their larger number had cast deeper into the forest, and were largely unharmed as they fled. Dank's Timberwolf had, upon the arrival of the first, seized him by the leg and fled into the forest with him. The limb was dislocated, but he would live. His grief when Shining revealed the shattered armor was a personal thing, and I will share no more of it. The yelling is concerning. No, surprisingly not. I think it's because of the steps I take to soundproof the room I'm in, to be honest. I mean, it's not much. It's a blanket fort in a closet. So, probably me, to be honest, S, because I am the one just yelling into a mic at odd hours in the morning. Or at night, depending on who you ask. I'm almost out of water because of all the yelling. A sad day. Our homecoming was, all things considered, a somber thing. Bold clapped Our homecoming was, all things considered, a somber thing. Bold clapped each of us with a hoof, seeming... Our homecoming was, all things considered, a somber thing. Bold clapped each of us with a hoof, seemed Equinox's war cry was scary. That was the idea. Oh, gosh. Even if I could, I don't think I could do Topaz's voice tonight. Or Wispy's. Probably going to be recovering from that war cry for like the next week. Oh, gosh. Yep. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Our homecoming was, all things considered, a somber thing. Bolt clapped each of us. Can I even finish the chapter because of how much I've yelled into the mic? Oh, yeah. Our homecoming was, all things considered, a somber thing. Bolt clapped each of us with a hoof, seemed marvelously impressed, and told Shining he had more guts than he'd given him credit for. The two laughed, and for once, there seemed to be no tension between them. The outpost was left as lost, and the guard decided to instead monitor the edges of Everfree for the foreseeable future, to determine if it was, in fact, moving again. But it was in returning to Canterlot that the real show began. But it was in... Whew, okay. Whew. And that is the end of A Fibrous Diet. Oh gosh, that took that was such a long chapter. How long is this? How long is this whole thing? It's almost 32 minutes long. Oh gosh. Well, at least it is now over for the sake of my poor vocal cords. But, since I have about a half hour left of the stream, why not do something with that time? Oh no, I got water on it. No! I don't know how good this does with water. No. Oh man. Yeah, a thing I wanted to do for ages right now has been to draw something for the live streams, so it's not just the the same story art. So I'm thinking of drawing something, but I don't know what I want to draw. That's the issue I find. So I am wondering, would you all like to help me figure out what to draw this evening? Because it would be fantastic to be able to actually have official things to be like, yeah, that's the stream. Let's see, what is it? It's what is that? 9x16? Oh gosh, no. That's what I'm looking for? Oh, no. Your pony self war cry. Yeah, I could totally do that. How is it? Ah, man. Where's it? 11x16. That looks a lot better. Close out of that. There we go. Ooh, what is this? Alright. Okay, let's see. There we go. What is this? Oh gosh. Is this like, what is this? Oh gosh. Why does it sound like something from Until Dawn? What is that? That doesn't sound too bad. And then it gets into screaming, and then that's when you're like, what? Oh gosh, that just does not sound... Okay, that sounds not too bad. And then it just gets into insanity. Okay, I guess that makes sense. What is the size? 600 by 600. Got it. Holy crap! Oh gosh. Man, that is insane. That is like really insane. Oh man. What do you think of my new art setup? I set up just before the stream, so hopefully nothing will go wrong. And saying that, nothing has ever gone wrong by people saying that, has it? It appears that things have already gone wrong. This is fantastic. Oh man, that's so weird. What is it with my... Whenever I want to draw something, this never works. I have to like re-download like... V is just so confused. I've told you. I told you what is going on. What is going on is that I'm drawing. I just wish it would just work, you know? I would love if it just worked. Like, if it just worked right the first time through. That would be fantastic. But can't even... Like, why can't it do most things? Like, it can interact with everything except for the program I want it to work in. So, I don't know. It works for... Oh, man. I'm going to have to download that again. Let's see if I can actually get it downloaded again, because I cannot have nice things apparently. And they update their drivers way too often. No, but seriously, it's a pretty good tablet, all honesty. Let's see if I could do things with this. Like, we only have a half hour, so I can't really get into anything too crazy. And plus, the war cry has taken its toll upon me. So, we shall have to just do without. I can still talk, but I think voices are beyond me at this point. Okay. Okay. Hopefully, yes, I will close this. No. Okay. And so, doing that, doing the thing that does the thing, and hopefully the thing will work. Please let me see a thing. Please work. Please work. I want it to work so badly. No! No, 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 no. Why does this happen to me? The Aztec death whistle. Do I even want to listen to this? I clicked on it. Okay. Sounds good. Fun. Actually, no. Sorry about all this. I'm trying to figure out what I am doing. It doesn't work half the time, but nice. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Like, that would be insane. That would be, like, beyond insane. Oh gosh. Why? Why is it when I want a thing to work, it just doesn't work? Alright, let's see. Let's see. Will it work? Please say it'll work. I really want it to work. No! Why must you do this to me? Let's see if I can fix... Yeah, oh man, comma, I could not even imagine trying, going against... The whistles! The whistles of madness! No! No! So wait, are we saying that, that all the Aztecs, or all the Aztec warriors, were bards? Were they all just bards? Every time fighting happens, they pull out their flutes, whistling and fluting intensely. Oh my gosh, why is everything so hard to do? Okay, is it gone? Please? Please say it's gone. Por favor? Por favore? Ah! Drake, why you have to be like this? Why are you breaking my stuff? Come into my streams, break my perfectly working software. Is it going to work? Please? Please work! I just want to draw on stream where people can judge me for my poor art skills. Like how the world should work. Yeah, don't care about you. Don't care about that one. And that's fine to keep up. Minimize that. Hide your keys, hide your computer. Because Drake coming up here. Because Drake is breaking everything up here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. We gonna find you. So you can run until that. Run until that. Run until that. Home boy. Home boy. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that remembers that. All right. Okay. That looks like it's working. Don't celebrate too quick. Will this work? No! Why does this work on my laptop but not on my desktop? Why? Why does this happen to me? Oh, why? Why does it do this? Works perfectly. Works perfectly right here. As soon as I open up Psy, nope. Nope, everything just breaks. Oh, God. I'll have to figure this out. I'll have to figure this out because that is slightly irritating. Yeah, why doesn't it work? Oh well. I don't really have much. I was planning on like doing a quick little doodle on stream because we were just here, and since this isn't working, I can't really do that anymore because I need all the help that I can get. So I think I'm gonna have to. I think I might have to just call the stream. Because what? No. Cancel. And delete that folder. It's not in. Oh well. Well, I guess I could just chat, but it's weird for me to not just. It feels weird for me to not do stuff while on stream. Because I must entertain the masses. And this isn't helping me at, like... Why? There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, computer. Oh, man. Isn't everyone, like... Oh, wait. 9 minutes. Easy. Yes, that's true. Or I can take you over the wonderful world of editing. Editing past work because that's going to be fun to listen to, right? Let me pull that up then. Wait, did the story crash? What? What? Excuse me? Oh, man. Why just, like, nothing work on my computer? When I want something done, it just doesn't happen. I want to delete this. But it's not in any other program. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to just restart my computer at this point to fix any of that. Oop. And since I can't use that anymore, just turn off all that stuff. And here we go. And here is, boom, regular space. everyone disliked that. Yes, you see a story again because I've kind of given up on me trying to do art. Because for whatever reason, my computer's having an aneurysm. Which is fine. It happens from time to time. Not usually this often, but it happens. How long is this next chapter? 15 minutes? Alright, so it's just back to regular chapters now. Thank you. Really? Oh my gosh. 3001 word? Are you kidding me, Drake? You couldn't leave out one word to make it an even 3,000? Shame on you. Shame. I call a shame on V for not for leaving a 3001 word instead of an even 3,000, as all things should be. Let's see. Why not? Let's just show you how why it takes so long for me to do anything. Do anything and everything. Wait, can I put it big? Ooh, it doesn't really go big all that well, does it? Alright, I'll do it small. Let's see, what file can I edit? Oh, I know exactly which one I want to do. And it's one we did a while ago, and I kind of completely forgot about it. Let's see. That's one, and that's one. And here we go. This one. Nice desk. That really good one right there. So, let me take you through the wonderful journey of editing this, considering that it's only 4 minutes long. It's only 5 minutes long, and so that way it's really easy to quickly edit it all completely down. And who knows, I might put it out as a video. Who knows? So what I do first is noise reduction on there. I get a noise profile. It does its thing because it's really quick about it, because my computer is awesome most of the time. Then I reduce the noise, and it does a little thing. It does a little ditty, and then I select all of it, edit it, clip boundaries, and I join everything together. So I have at least around a second from right before I start. And that's the beginning of my editing process. Idle dinner conversation, written by VDrake77, narrated by Equinox3141. Does anyone remember this? I did it a while ago. A long while ago. Idle dinner conversation, written by VDrake77. It's a V chapter that no one ever tells you about. Then I zoom in about this far. Did I already edit this? Not afraid. Afraid was something for the lesser creatures. Nope, there we go. We heard it. I heard it. Right there. Just a little. Yep, there we go. This is why it takes so long. Is V trying to rack his brain right now to remember what this was? And so this takes up the majority of the time whenever editing, because surprisingly, I breathe a lot. Like, holy hell, do I breathe? It's like I need to be trained as a diver or something like that so I can hold my breath longer. Yeah, V remembers. V, we should have saved this for Halloween. I'm just realizing that. We missed a good opportunity for Halloween with this one. We missed a really good opportunity for Halloween. Remove all the clicks. That one's on purpose. Wait. No, we did this way before Halloween. We did this way before Halloween. Or is this from Halloween last year? Wait, no. It wasn't from Halloween last year. I've only been doing this for a year. Did I do it like the 1st of October and completely forgotten about it?
Be full of magics.
Like, what? Thing is I can't even look back now because, can't even look back right now because, the file has changed its edits now. I could have actually seen how long ago this was. If anyone can find it in the live streams, because I know I did this in the live stream, let me know, because I want to see. I want to know. This has to be before BronyCon. This has to be at least before BronyCon.
Much magic.
So, like how long ago was this?
Alicorn full would be like a feast. Alicorn full would be like a feast.
There we go. And this is why it takes so long. I have to listen to myself breathing a lot and again and again. And I just have to make sure it's nothing vital. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could release the chapters without breathing, but that just doesn't sound as good, you know? And I take pride in making my recordings as professional as possible, like I did with Smeagol's here just in this recent chapters. I mean, we don't talk about Smeagol's, and he'll probably just sound like a normal pony next time we hear from him. Mainly because I was having a manic breakdown in the woods. And that is why he sounded like that. And now I am genuinely curious. How long ago did we do this? And like, you can see why it takes me so long is because we've been working at this for how long now? And this is only a four almost 5 minute long thing, and I'm not even halfway through it yet. It's this time intensive part that takes the most out of editing a chapter, and then it's that's a lot of other stuff that are just really that's just really like, it's no big deal. In all honesty. Who's Murloc? You'll have to send me references, because I do not know who Murloc is. Because the only person I know that sounds similar to Murloc is Belloc. What is the Elvish word for friend? Belloc. Was it Melloc or Belloc? Belloc. Belloc the Wise. Oh wait, no, that's a different universe altogether. Let us see. Yeah, we heard a computer click there. Who is... What is this from? What game is this from? Or is it from something else that I've never heard about before? Let me know, please. What is this from?
For the snack and found it. And
Warcraft. Alright. I never played Warcraft.
do that.
Oh yeah. Now you know why it's so hard for me to do this. I keep on saying that, but this is really it's usually a lot more in silence, and I don't really talk to myself too often. I mean, the voices are there to keep me company, but they're kind of boring during this as well. And I've just barely reached the halfway mark of just breath editing. And that's like getting like all that. And then after doing all the breathing, it then moves on to something even better. Listening through this and making sure all the gaps between there make sense. So it's not, you don't just get huge gaps of silence and then it starts up again. So it's just like strings from one word to another like natural speech does. And then it's like I listen to every single thing I do 3 times. One, I check out I don't even listen to it, and I just go through it, taking out all the breathing where need be. Then it goes on to, oh man, Murloc singing Carol of the Bells sounds amazing right now, especially since I'm in such a Christmassy mood. Since it is the holiday season. Oh, V, are we going to get another holiday chapter? Are we going to get another holiday chapter, V? Please tell me we're getting another holiday chapter. It'd just be so good. Him dealing with winter. See how he deals with... I can't tell. Was the first time he dealt with winter before or after the time skip? I want to say before. Like, has he adjusted to winter weather at all?
8, a number of my kin.
I don't care if it's November. It's Christmas. It's the Christmas season. Let me send you let me put in chat a handy dandy little guide that someone helped put together to explain to everyone how the holiday season works. Let me just put it in real quick. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. That is exactly how the Christmas season, how the holiday season plays out. I never heard of Jingle All the Way. Although the best Christmas, if you have to talk about best Christmas movies, then you're talking about the Jim Carrey version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Favorite classic of my family's. It's How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey and Elf. Those are my family's 2 favorite Christmas movies to watch every single year. Oh, and Polar Express. Can't forget Polar Express. Like, those 3 movies are holiday classics, as far as I'm concerned. and yet, although I heard Die Hard is a really good Christmas movie, so I might add that to my tradition this year. Who knows? The classic Christmas movies? Well, they have to be. Rudolph? Okay, yeah. I, Rudolph is also a classic. But that is just like a complete classic. Like, you have to watch Rudolph every single year. Like, it's almost law now. But those three are like the classics that aren't classics, if you get what I mean. Like the classics that everyone watches every year because they're classics are is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But classics that not a lot of people, not everyone watches every year that aren't actual classics are Jim Carrey has How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Elf could be considered a classic, but I know a few people that don't like Elf.
Panic.
Like the apple. Oh man, that's really good. I heard Die Hard's a really good Christmas movie, but I've never actually watched Die Hard, so I might have to add it to my roster. Uh, a fun Die Hard that my family always watched was Live Free or Die Hard. That was always fun.
Forgiveness. Top.
I have to almost listen with both ears. Like, I can't have any music playing, or else I'll just miss the subtle details in between. Like, that was a really long breath right there. What is this? Oh, Golden Circle. Yep. I watched Kingsman. That was really good. I really like that movie.
But my birth people, we have a.
Like, I never actually saw the original Kingsman, so I'd have nothing to compare it to, but I was entertained by Golden Circle. I know a lot of people weren't, but I was entertained by Golden Circle. Oh! Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. Put the cookie down! Now! Like, such a good Arnie line. Although I've never actually seen it. Everyone knows that part of Jingle All the Way. Apple? Yeah, we discussed the apple. Mostly the how to be a master. But I never actually saw the whole entire movie of Apple. Because I do not have time. But it would be fun regardless. You can't find what picture? Oh! Uh, Master? Yeah, I've seen Master. Well, that's the only one that V is like shown me. No, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that song then. Nah, you'll have to link it in the chat. And it'll be a joy to listen to for all of us. Or after the stream, I will listen to it more accurately. Woo! Nice. So that is all the breath taken out of this entire story. But now we can actually listen through it once, and I can fix the spacing issues between words because sometimes I breathe for a long time, and then words come out of sync, and they don't sound natural anymore. And luckily, I can do this with you real quick because it's only 4 minutes long.
Idle Dinner Conversation. Written by V Drake 77. Narrated.
I missed a breath up here. Did you hear it? I almost missed that one.
Narrated by Equinox 3141. T-Rex was concerned. Not afraid. Afraid was something for the lesser creatures. That said, the strange contraption
Like, see, that one could do with a little bit of trimming down, and then we can listen to it.
for the lesser creatures. That said, the strange contraption adhered to his face was very uncomfortable. Itched a bit too.
And, like, it's not even trimming down by much, just a little bit, so it just falls into sync.
Itched a bit too, which was how he discovered his hands were also chained to a table that clearly seen a fair bit of improper maintenance. Scratches.
And it's just kind of like have to play it by ear.
Maintenance. Scratches. More like grooves.
Like, see, like that was a little bit too much. And then you just trim it down a little bit.
Maintenance. Scratches. More like grooves. He could admit to be.
And then trim that down because I...
He could admit to being just a bit alarmed. The room he found himself in was poorly lit. The odd lights above barely visible themselves, flickering and inconsistent. The Crystal Empire. The Crystal Empire was supposed to be full of magics, and he understood the people there comprehended how a good tyrant wanted things run. One adult alicorn, that
What? Oh my gosh, did not expect that.
taken, and a bug thing that
I did not expect that. I just wanted to read all, and it played the Murloc sound effect. Oh yeah, yeah. The beginning, middle, and end, and several plots on this line, then a bunch of scribbles that is everything else week. Yeah, exactly. I've seen that many a time. Yeah.
poorly lit. The odd lights above barely visible themselves, flickering and inconsistent. The Crystal Empire was supposed to be full of magics, and he understood the people there comprehended how a good tyrant wanted things run. One adult alicorn, poorly lit. Wanted things run. One adult alicorn, that dolt of a consort she'd taken, and a bug thing that had apparently managed to take out Celestia in a fair fight, and a baby alicorn. Even the recollection of that knowledge made his mouth water. Young ponies had so much magic. Wild and untamed, an alicorn full would be like a feast, unlike anything he'd ever sample. The bug things he'd briefly sampled during his invasion, and it was close enough to dark magic to really whet his appetite. But now his head hurt. He'd shown up at the castle and then... Pain? He tried... Pain? He tried to...
It's a tiny sliver there, and...
Then... Pain? He tried to rub his face, finding that the cuffs required him to lean almost prone to the table to rub his knuckles into his eyes. He rather wish he hadn't. He rather knuckles into his eyes. He rather wish he hadn't. He wasn't sure who owned this particular table, but he was rather familiar with the variety of instruments arrayed before him. Torture was an old fascination of his, but he found that you couldn't torture magic out of someone. It was wasted on self-preservation, and T-Rex wanted every last drop. Unfortunately, even after he siphoned a pony dry, torture didn't make for fertile recovery, though it did seem to lead a pony towards some basic dark magic out of desperation. And while that was indeed tasty, it required too much investment of his time. Still, being able to feed...
Yeah, this is like why it takes so long. Like, this is only 4 minutes. This is only a 4-minute thing, and how long? We've been like looking at it for like the last 20 minutes.
Though it did seem to lead a pony towards some basic dark magic out of desperation. And while that was...
And Yeah, and now you know why it takes so long for me to get anything done.
While that was indeed tasty, it required too much investment of his time. Still, being
A little bit lower.
being able to feed on ponies over and over again made him hesitant to do much physical harm to them. One didn't cut open the golden goose after all. You are awake. Good. One of those damn bug ponies, not even their queen. Tierk opened his mouth for the snack and found he couldn't do that. Contraption on his face made a certain amount of sense. A little panic was warranted, he supposed. A muffled curse at the figure did little more than tighten that thin-lipped smile. I am afraid we haven't met before. My princesses had their own intentions for how to deal with you upon your last incursion, and those of us willing to stand against you were deterred. A hoof trailed over the assorted tools. I was very displeased to find out that you had drained a number of my kin in your rampage. The hoof had...
Oh, Ty, if you're still in the chat, if you could make some cover art for this, I'd be insanely glad, because even though it's not that long, it deserves what I could deserves more than what I can immediately put up on it.
Rampage. The hoof hesitated over a wickedly twisted knife. The edge chipped in a way that would have made it terrible on any sort of battlefield. Tierk tensed, and the figure's eyes glowed as he moved on. I should mention, I think, that my people are very reliant on magic. It keeps us alive, in fact, so for us, being completely drained of our...
No, the cover art for an idle dinner conversation.
Drained of our power is quite fatal. You could say that in your gluttony for power, you ate a number of my kin. The hoof had...
just because, like, this is just amazing, and I want to see what he can come up with.
Over what appeared to be little more than a simple plate, complete with a simple rolled cloth napkin. It didn't belong amongst all these implements of torture. And then, you came to my home again, to my queens, to my king, to their little one, to the little ones of my kith and kin, still grieving what you have done. The napkin was delicately but deliberately unraveled, revealing rather traditional equestrian silverware, with the single addition of a sharp, serrated knife, as he'd seen in Griffin territories. Come to consume. Again. Forget panic. Tierk yanked at his chains, well and truly ready to be gone from this place to never return. It is not in the nature of my adopted people to hold a grudge. They preach generosity, forgiveness, tolerance, and I respect that. But my birth people, we have a saying. Tierk looked up again, desperate for any means of escape, and froze. Above him were hundreds of those lights now, much, much closer. One set of lights blinked languidly, and fangs gleamed as a single tendril of slimy
The chapter I'm reading right now is this little short story that V wrote up a little while ago.
Sizzle. Tierk considered him better than passable at reading ponies, but this was easy. There was hatred in those eyes. Hatred and hunger. The napkin wrapped around his jailer's collar, tied in a professional bib. Turnabout is fair play. Tierk screamed as the horde descended. Bib. Turnabout is fair play. Tierk screamed as the horde descended.
And there we go. That is pretty much basic editing done. Why is it only in top chat? I want live chat. There we go. And then like after this, it's like a few effects here and there. It's been so long since I've done it. It's kind of trying to remember. I think it's equalization. And then... No, wait, hold on. It's normalize, compression, and then equalization. Nope, that is wrong too. There we go. So, compression, equalization, and then normalize. And that's how I do everything. Idle Dinner Conversation, written by VDrake77, narrated by Equinox3141. And that is pretty much the basics of how I edit my stories. And then usually I go do it again listen to it again, make sure everything is just crisp and perfect, and then I do some export things, change it into an export as a .wav file, then convert that into an MP3 so my video editor can read it, and then that's where I pair it up with whatever chapter art that I have for it at the time, and then after I render that out, then it's put onto YouTube. And that is the basics of editing. And see, like, even for this short chapter, and yes, I was talking to people, so I'm talking to you guys a little bit through it, so it was a little bit slower than normal. Only 4.5 minutes. Like, the whole file was like maybe 5 minutes long. It took almost a half hour to edit this. So now you can see why I am not a fan of editing, and why Changeling of the Guard is slow to update. But anyway, we're a little over 2.5 hours now, so we went a little bit longer than I was actually expecting. Oh man. But either way, it was great. It was great talking to you guys, and hopefully I can do it next week. So, take the easy way out. Oh man, if I post everything raw, it sounds so horrible. Like, I pride myself on my professional editing quality, which is why it just takes so long. But maybe I found my purpose in these streams. What is your purpose, Desk? What is the purpose that you have found? Wait, you didn't know that? You didn't know that you were the agent of chaos? I thought it would be pretty obvious. Yeah, if like you and Fractal got together in the stream, then you would just wreak havoc. And that's why it's always great for you to come in. Yeah, it was a pretty good stream. Went a bit longer than I thought. So, yeah. Might have to I'll do everything I can to stream every week, but sometimes work gets in the way, so you never know. So, and I'm still considering whether or not to do a live stream on Thanksgiving Sunday. Probably. I don't know if any of you are for or against that. But in any case, I shall see you all y'all later.